One day I decided to check my mentions on the Hypixel SkyBlock forums. Me and the forums have a messy past, to say the least, and in general, it's my opinion that you need to equip a hazmat suit before entering. It's a mess. For me, the hazmat suit was a 4-hour process one evening of searching up my name on the forums and ignore adding every well-known hater that there is. Now, I should specify, when I did that, it was not to suppress all criticism. This was just people saying things that would not help me at all. They were insulting my appearance, they were insulting what I did, they were insulting all Skyblock YouTubers. You know, there's nothing I could work from. Trust me, I'm very receptive to criticism. I've changed a dozen things just because of my audience telling me I should change something. This is not that. These are just haters. That's actually what my first rant was about. If you want to check it out, you should click in the top right hand corner to see the first ever ThirtyVirus rant, which spawned from the forums, and it was talking about criticism and how, you know, I fight back when people just say outright wrong things about me. But anyway, that's not what this video is about. So starting in this forum thread that I am not going to link, and all the names are going to be censored because I don't want attention seekers to continue doing this stupid stuff. So in this forum post, the author of the post tries to compartmentalize every video of mine and break it down to unfunny jokes, complaining, grinding, lobby swapping, and random stuff. So this is the type of stuff that I ignore ad for. Saying that I complain for 3 minutes in every video is just outright wrong. I mean, if you can go to the past 5 videos I've uploaded, even once this goes up, it's going to be 5 different videos. I can guarantee you this is going to be the same case. If I complain about anything, it's for a second, and it is not for 3 whole minutes. That is the point of a rant, and that's not even what this video is about. But anyway, you know, lobby swapping is a weird choice as well. So like 3 minutes of lobby swapping? What? That doesn't make any sense. The cuts literally are going straight to gameplay or funny things that are said. The gameplay itself is barely the focus anymore. It's all about the conversation and reactions to things, so that doesn't make sense. And saying 1 minute random stuff is essentially just saying 1 more minute of video, you know, whatever. And saying that the jokes are unfunny is an opinion. I mean, I'm not gonna say it's a right opinion or a wrong opinion. You know, comedy is subjective. But anyway, they got 7 upvotes because, again, this is a community on the forums that identify as ThirtyVirus haters. And fun fact, this person that their name is censored was an attention seeker that never actually got my attention. They spammed threads for 3 days, and I ignore-added them so I don't get them in my feed. And now they've turned to this, so you know what kind of people we're dealing with. One reply really got my attention and said his older videos were decent. Now they are all trash. That made me stop and think, because this, on the surface, didn't seem like blind hate. This seemed like something that you see all the time with YouTubers, especially after they blow up. My gut reaction was to make this tweet. Anyone who says that the old ThirtyVirus content is better is objectively wrong, and they're blinded by nostalgia and don't account for their gradual decline in interest in SkyBlock over the past 1.5 years. I have an unuploaded video from over a year ago that I'm considering posting to prove my point. So I have a bad habit of venting on social media. I've been trying to stop, but hey, if you look at my most recent tweets, I mean, more spigot complaint, but there's some good stuff on there every now and again. But you know, situations like this come up and I gotta tell somebody because it's just stupid. My theory was that these people that say that the old videos are better, not just for me, but in general, are blinded by nostalgia. So luckily, we don't have to guess on the nostalgia theory because there is a video from that time that I never uploaded because of mostly schedule conflicts and the fact that the footage came from 2 separate profiles, so making a title and thumbnail would have been really difficult. But the content is a great example of what was uploaded almost exactly a year ago. So if I link to the older video, private video from November 24th, 2019, which is only 1 day past an exact year ago. So this is exactly what they probably meant by his old videos. So
It's time to watch a video that was never released, therefore does not have any nostalgia in it. There's no moments that people remember and think back fondly to. This is just an example of something that me and Fezzy made back then, and we're not going to get blinded by that. So anyway, let's take this opportunity to watch the video and pick it apart point by point. Sorry, 2019 Fezzy, this is going to be rough.
Yeah.
Hey guys, I'm back for another stream.
Just start it.
And I am joined by Fezzy, Brandon Crafter,
Hello.
Zaif,
Oh,
Cardogs.
a lot of people going to my island right now. Hey, you guys might want to come here.
Work question.
Why is life at my island?
Okay, you might have noticed already that the footage is garbage. Like, it is absolute garbage. The highest quality we have is 720p 60, but that is not at all what this footage looks like. I mean, especially when I go to the end or something, look at the artifacting when I move. Look at how potato this quality is. Now, the reason for that is back in the day, me and Fezzy had to deal with my crappy internet at the time. I was living in an Airbnb with Spectrum as the internet service provider, so that means I had to stream with a 2000 bit rate, and my computer was not very powerful back then, so I could not do what I'm doing now. But anyway, we had to rip the VODs from either YouTube or Twitch, especially from YouTube. It was crappy quality. Is extremely crappy quality. We had to re-download my own VODs using a website that's kind of sketchy to begin with, just to upload the videos. So that's the first detail I want to point out. You guys should look at my stream for a second, because when you're wearing this set, it actually does like comic book, like wham, pow, bang. So you could tell back then I did not have the confidence in speaking that I have now. I sound kind of awkward, like, hey, you guys should look at this thing I did. This is kind of cool. Like, and I'm kind of speaking quiet, hushed. I'm a little awkward. I mean, I'm still awkward, but at least now I have the confidence to say what I mean to say. But like, that's another little detail that I take from this. Also, look at how terrible the GUI scale is. First of all, this scoreboard is massive. It's taking up what looks like a fifth of the screen. The text for Ender Pearl is gigantic. My health is a number, yet my mana is a bar. There's no indication on screen as to my speed. My defense is up here, overlapping with the combat, and when combined with the potato quality, it makes this look disgusting. And then you have these timers up in the corner, which are not relevant at all, because we all know that Magma Boss doesn't matter in Skyblock, and everyone knows that at the 55th minute of each hour, Sirius shows up, so there's no need for that counter. So the visuals are gross. They're potato quality. I didn't know how to freaking speak, and you might have noticed, so far, all the video is cuts and music, which there's no inherent problem with that. But when compared to an episode today, like, let's just take a brief look at a video that was uploaded today. Hey guys, we're back for another video, and welcome to Hypixel SkyBlock 11. Attempt number 3, it worked. We're here.
Bro, this comeback was meant to happen for like over a week, and it couldn't, because first I got my new.
So the new videos, first of all, much smaller GUI scale. A few minutes into the video, I fixed the scoreboard to be transparent. Look at how clean this is. Everything is so much, it's smaller, first of all, and there's a keystrokes. Everything, the information is just a lot more accessible, easy to see, 1080p 60 quality. And I didn't mention this, but I went through a crazy process back in, I would say, May, June of this year, where I upgraded my PC. If you want to see that video, link in the top right hand corner. But anyways, I got this powerhouse of a PC, which allowed me to record and stream at the same time. And around that time is when I moved to my current location, which no longer has a really obnoxious heater, which, you know, ruins half of the audio quality. Back then, the furnace would just turn on randomly, and it would absolutely destroy any audio. Luckily, that's gone now, and I'm in my own place. The heater's on right now. You can't even hear it because it's across the house, and it's pretty quiet. I also have a Go XLR now with a AT2035 hooked up to it. And I've got all sorts of filters. I use voice meter. But anyway, I have a unique system nowadays where if I'm streaming, the background music, the alerts, and all the visuals for the alerts, for donations and everything is on stream, but I'm also simultaneously recording, where the recording does not have those things, so it's nice and clean. There's no background music to sift through. You don't have to skip because there's alerts. Also, one thing I want to note, the old donation sounds were really obnoxious. They were some old memes that I found funny, but once they repeated over and over, it got annoying.
The emerald thing. Yeah.
Is there why don't we spawn it in the crypt?
So, as I said, just music and cuts, nothing added. And then you go to a new episode. I mean, look at, for example, right? If we go to this episode of Lemon that came out yesterday.
Here we go.
Just in this clip alone,
God.
right?
Oh my God.
There's a zoom.
Oh my God.
The quality's still fine, even with all the particles. Oh! So right there, comedic timing. The music stopped just as the explosion happened. That is a funny moment that when Fezzy sent me this, I genuinely laughed out loud.
Look at the floor.
Oh, pick it up!
What's in here? Oh God, there's dungeons gear in here.
Pick it up! You have 20 more seconds. Pick it up. Give it to me now. Go.
Dungeons
Go.
gear. Oh, there's so much dungeons
Oh,
gear.
put it in the ender chest. No. Oh, it's gone. So right there, captioning, the screen went gray. It zoomed in. And every single thing that made that moment funny was emphasized. And just the fact that I was more comfortable in my own skin is that I was freaking out when this happened. And it made the moment 10 times funnier. So, and then you have this.
Yeah, spawn it in the graveyard.
Ah! There is a moment that happened just about when we attempted Sky Factory a few months ago. When Fezzy, as an editor, if we want to use the Dragon Ball Z equivalent, he went Super Saiyan. So, because of the fact that Sky Factory was not SkyBlock, we wanted the episodes to have a lot higher watch duration on average compared to a SkyBlock video, because the click-through rate was going to be worse. And if we wanted the video to catch up with SkyBlock, more people would have to watch longer. Well, less people would be in watching the video because it's not SkyBlock, but if the few people that show up watch for longer, that could make up the difference in terms of how much reach the video has with the algorithm. Now, this theory is correct, by the way, and that is what contributed to, after Sky Factory inevitably died because we both got demotivated. Honestly, we could have probably continued the series, but it ultimately ended because of lack of motivation. But what came from that is that when Fezzy returned to SkyBlock, he kept the things that he'd learned doing Sky Factory. The videos instantaneously became better. Not only from a technical standpoint did the raw footage become better, not only did my voice become more confident, but Fezzy has upgraded his process as well. Another thing is that as SkyBlock aged, there's been the emergence of a so-called content drought. The majority of the efforts of the staff of SkyBlock went into dungeons, which is ultimately a system that really only caters to 5% of players. And even in that 5%, players don't really need to be active for all that long to get everything that there is to offer from dungeons in terms of gameplay. So if you run a dungeon floor maybe 10 times for each floor, then you have a good idea of what dungeons is, and then that's it. In terms of videos, that's a really bad thing because it took almost a year to develop, and it's been like 5-6 months since it came out, and even then, not a lot of major updates have come out. All the focus has been on dungeons. So what has that left us with? We have to play the rest of SkyBlock for hundreds of videos. At this point, I've uploaded over 650 SkyBlock videos, which should be impossible, but me and Fezzy found a way to make the content personality driven and the gameplay as a sort of background thing. And anytime something funny happens, then the focus is SkyBlock. And because of that, plus the added edits, plus the higher quality, I mean, look at this! When I'm breaking the melons, look at the terrible bitrate in this old video. But like, since then, we have improved so much as individuals in our own process as well as a team. And now the product, the videos that we're releasing are objectively better in every way. And the reason why someone might say that, oh, your old videos are better, is because they are experiencing a phenomenon that I like to call old world blues, which is, by the way, the name of my favorite DLC from my favorite game of all time, Fallout New Vegas. Old world blues is looking at the past, remembering times that you had fun or that you enjoyed, and then thinking, wow, times were better back then. And you know what? That's almost half the SkyBlock community right now. Imagine being sent back to November 2019 when all these updates were new and the worst thing about the game was Slayers. And even then, it was still pretty okay. And back then, SkyBlock was new. It was exciting. It was fun. And after a year of content drought and only getting back dungeons, a lot of people are not so enthusiastic about SkyBlock anymore. And because of that, they think that I have also gotten worse. But no, these challenges have made me and Fezzy stronger, because once SkyBlock finally receives a new island, which they're supposed to soon, because they ended the catacombs with floor 7. They ended it 2 floors early for a reason. Actually, 3 floors early for a reason. And that reason being the system was fundamentally not going as they expected. It wasn't getting as high a reception. They messed up. Now, again, I don't blame the staff for this. They recognized the problem, and I respect their decision to go back on dungeons and to rethink it. And now we're going to get other updates, and they're not even going to focus on dungeons for months. And that is when SkyBlock's going to come back in full swing, and me and Fezzy are going to be ready. So no, sir, your opinion is almost in every way objectively wrong. The old 30virus content has got nothing on the new 30virus content, and you are again experiencing old world blues, recalling the good old days, which weren't actually that good. And you fail to recognize the progress that I've made as a creator since then, and Fezzy has made as an editor. So with that, leave a like down below if you enjoyed this video, and just for you guys, I'm going to unlist this old video. We're gonna go into the edit video page right now. It's called Forney because that's just how Fezzy he just sends random titles. We're gonna title and thumbnail, well, not even thumbnail, we're gonna title this right now, the SkyBlock video that was never released. There we go. Unlisted, save. And look at the description formatting as well. Really disgusting compared to the new style. Look at how much cleaner that is compared to but anyway, leave a like down below for the new and improved 30virus, and of course I'm always looking to get better. These rants, for example, commentary videos, you want to see what a freaking commentary video was back in the day? 940 views 2 years ago. This has almost the same exact premise as a 30virus rant. It's Bed Wars gameplay, except it's live recorded. Half the video I'm talking about the game. Bro, you can't say that the old content's better. You just can't. Anyways, put aside your nostalgia, and I don't know. I guess that's it. So, I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you guys later.